1 week away from Turkey Day, and we are casserocking and casserolling this morning on Good to Eat. And the king of casseroles, Chef Kevin Belton's got a broccoli and cheese casserole that will become the star of your Thanksgiving feast. How's it going?
Doing great.
Can you believe Thanksgiving's almost here?
Where has the year gone? But you know what's really great? You know what's really great about November?
What?
No hurricanes.
Yeah.
And we're almost through the season.
We did it.
Yes.
We did it. We did it.
Are you a broccoli fan?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
You know, broccoli is one of these things where, again, we can do so much with it, okay? For example, you can take your broccoli, pot of boiling water, put lemon juice in it, blanch them in there for about 2 minutes, take them out, dump them in cold water, that stops them from cooking, but then you can keep them in the fridge, throw them on salads or whatever. With this broccoli, instead of boiling it, I ran it on a sheet pan in the oven. Just enough to get it cooked. Now, gang, I had it in the oven, 300 degrees, just for about 15 minutes. That's all it took. But I'll take broccoli, drizzle it with olive oil, toss it with a little salt and pepper, roast that in the oven, and you can take that out and keep it in the fridge, salads, soups, just as a side whenever you need it. But here, we're gonna do it for a casserole, okay? Yeah. Now, you can do broccoli, you can do cauliflower, you can use whatever you like to make it. But we're gonna do broccoli instead.
But this is gonna have a great flavor.
Yeah, and of course, you know, in Louisiana, like most things, we make a roux. So I have a little butter in the pot, all right? We're gonna get some flour in, and we're gonna just kind of get rid of this floury taste off of this flour right quick. Is there any particular dish that you all had to have for Thanksgiving?
Oh, Jackie's oyster dressing. Oh, it's my Aunt Eula, my old Aunt Eula. She lived to be 104. It was like legendary in our family, and she gave Jackie the recipe. And Jackie's is just like her.
So Jackie's a keeper the recipe now.
Yeah, she's got it. Man. What about you? Which one do you have to have, or your family had to have?
You know, the oyster dressing had to be there. It's just something about that oyster dressing that had to be there. But everybody, no matter what, made Mom's turkey. Mom could roast a turkey, but it would be so moist and so juicy.
What was the secret? What was her secret? What did she do?
She did it really low and slow. Well, normally you think you cook a turkey for, you know, 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
She'd started at high temperature, but after an hour, she'd turn that baby down and just let it go.
We're only a week away, man.
That's right. Are we coming over to your house? You going to invite us over to your house? Can we come over? It's just the two of us. Yeah. We won't bring our spouses.
We'll bring our appetites. It was President George H.W. Bush who once said, "I'm President of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli." Well, he would, and you will, when you try Chef Kevin Belton's broccoli and cheese casserole. It's presidential.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I remember when he said that. That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
Well, then President Obama said he loves broccoli.
That's it. That's it. And then we started something because we were talking about, you know, what we had to have, and then all of a sudden, the crew started chiming in, you know.
Everybody's got something special on Turkey Day.
Yeah. One of the guys said, "We have to have mac and cheese. Nothing else. No turkey. No nothing. Mac and cheese has to be there."
Now, when they try this, they're going to change. It's going to change their appetite. Yeah.
Look, we've made this roux, and now we're going to season it. A little Creole seasoning and a little cayenne pepper.
Ooh, yeah. Got to have a little kick.
This will give us a little kick, but because we're going to put some cheese in this, and the other thing I'm using to kind of smooth this out, we're going to do a little bit of heavy cream. Ooh. Now, you could just use milk.
It's the holidays. We got to go for the heavy cream.
That's it. You know, that's something I stopped doing a long time ago, is overeating at Thanksgiving. It's just something that any holiday, probably about 18 years old, I stopped overeating. I'm like, why am I putting myself through this torture? But there are folks that will eat 2 and 3 plates of food.
And then they bring like a million desserts. It's
yeah. Incredible. Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
I mean, any kind of pie you can imagine. Yeah, next week on Thanksgiving, you're actually going to be cooking up a pie for us.
That's right. That's right. And you know what's crazy is, you remember everybody would stop at K&B on the way to Grandma's house. Somebody, you jump out the car, somebody would run into K&B for Coke, and the other person would run into McKenzie's for a pie.
Yep.
I mean, it's That's from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Look how thick this has gotten.
Ooh, that's going to be good.
It's almost like, you know, when you were talking about that mac and cheese, I like to make a bechamel for my mac and cheese so it stays nice and moist and doesn't dry out. Now, into this, let's go ahead and put in some, I'm using a Monterey Jack with a few other cheeses. But you could just do Monterey Jack cheese in that to get that melted. So we're going to have cheese in, we're going to have cheese on top. The other thing we're going to do with this is put in some sour cream. Sour cream, ooh, look at that cheese. It's going all over. Let's get this in.
And chances are you have most of the stuff already, in the fridge or in the pantry. Countdown is on to Turkey Day. And we're giving thanks for Chef Kevin Belton and his broccoli and cheese casserole you're going to love. And the Gobble Gobble Gourmet joins us again in the Good to Eat kitchen.
Ooh.
You didn't know you were a Gobble Gobble Gourmet.
No. At least you didn't call me the big turkey.
Well, I can do that intro again.
Okay, there we go. All right.
You are the big turkey.
For a bit of a crunch, I've just taken some buttery crackers. And let's just throw those over the top.
I'm telling you, this is so easy, and you've got most of these ingredients in the fridge or in the pantry.
Yeah. Just for a little crunch, a little cheddar cheese, some more cheese.
You gotta have the cheese.
On top of this. Now, we did broccoli. But if you're not a fan of broccoli, how about cauliflower?
Oh, yeah, that's another good one.
I think, I haven't tried it yet, but I think butternut squash.
Ooh.
I've seen it in the groceries now where it's already peeled and cubed for you. I would maybe blanch that just a little bit, put it in the pan, put those cheeses over that, and imagine that savory with that sweetness of that butternut squash.
Yeah.
Or you could take acorn squash, you could do pumpkin, cubed pumpkin. You can almost use any kind of vegetable that you like, asparagus even.
I've seen some where they actually mix broccoli and cauliflower together.
Yeah.
And they'll do it together as a casserole.
Why not?
Yeah.
So the oven is at 325. We're going to throw this in there. We aren't going to cover it because we just want this to get nice and kind of golden on top, but everything will melt and we'll get that crunchiness from those crackers on top.
It's almost time to brock on. The countdown is on to Turkey Day, and we're giving thanks for Chef Kevin Belton and his broccoli and cheese casserole you're going to love. And the Gobble Gobble Gourmet joins us again in the Good to Eat kitchen.
Ooh.
You didn't know you were a Gobble Gobble Gourmet.
No. At least you didn't call me the big turkey.
Well, I can do that intro again.
Okay, there we go. All right.
You are the big turkey.
For a bit of a crunch, I've just taken some buttery crackers. And let's just throw those over the top.
I'm telling you, this is so easy, and you've got most of these ingredients in the fridge or in the pantry.
Yeah. Just for a little crunch, a little cheddar cheese, some more cheese.
You gotta have the cheese.
On top of this. Now, we did broccoli. But if you're not a fan of broccoli, how about cauliflower?
Oh, yeah, that's another good one.
I think, I haven't tried it yet, but I think butternut squash.
Ooh.
I've seen it in the groceries now where it's already peeled and cubed for you. I would maybe blanch that just a little bit, put it in the pan, put those cheeses over that, and imagine that savory with that sweetness of that butternut squash.
Yeah.
Or you could take acorn squash, you could do pumpkin, cubed pumpkin. You can almost use any kind of vegetable that you like, asparagus even.
I've seen some where they actually mix broccoli and cauliflower together.
Yeah.
And they'll do it together as a casserole.
Why not?
Yeah.
So the oven is at 325. We're going to throw this in there. We aren't going to cover it because we just want this to get nice and kind of golden on top, but everything will melt and we'll get that crunchiness from those crackers on top.
It's almost time to brock on. We are brocking on this morning in the Good to Eat kitchen. Chef Kevin Belton's transforming broccoli and cheese into a super side for your Thanksgiving feast. And the Brock and Roll star of the kitchen joins us with more.
Brock and Roll star.
Are you ready to brock on?
We can brock on, baby.
Look at this.
Are you
God, it's like we're celebrating Thanksgiving early.
Hey, give that a little shot in there with some of that cheesy goodness.
Cheesy,
if we can get that,
crunchy.
if we can get that cheesy goodness in there. But you know what's nice is that we could take that broccoli, give it some flavor. I just roasted it in the oven. We can boil it. But we made that roux. The roux, we put in the roux, the butter and the flour, then we season it with a little Creole seasoning, a little cayenne pepper for a little extra. But then we put in some Monterey Jack cheese, well, heavy cream. And then we put in the cheese and then a little sour cream.
I'm telling you, I like the way you cook the broccoli. I like the crunch in it.
Yeah,
That adds to it.
You know, I was talking to somebody the other day and I asked, how do you like your vegetables? And she says, I like my vegetables super, super, super soft. And I said, did your grandma just kind of boil the vegetables? She says, yeah, grandma just boiled the hell out of the vegetables. So my mom boiled the hell out of the vegetables. And so I like my vegetables soft. I like vegetables personally with a little bit of a crunch to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to make it too soft, but man.
But you know, you can if you want. Now, gang, remember, I just roasted these in the oven, 300 degrees for about 15 minutes because it was going to bake longer. But you can boil them, and instead of just blanching them in that hot boiling water for 2 or 3 minutes, you can let them cook in there for 5 or 6 minutes to get them softer, get them to the texture that you like, you know? And the one that we actually made and put together, I think we can almost take this one out and show folks how it looks. I mean, we just need that cheese to melt. If you want the broccoli to cook longer, sure, let it cook longer.
And the heavy cream and the mixture with the cheese that you used as the basis for all this, like you said, you could use this for almost anything.
And the crackers just give a little bit of a little crunch on top because of with all that cheese.
I knew it. You're a brock and roll star.
Well, brock on, baby, brock on.
For more on this recipe and all of Chef Kevin's Good to Eat recipes, head to the Good to Eat page at WBRZ.com. Turkey Day is almost here, and to make your feast complete,
Brock on, baby, with this casserole. It's cheesy and so good to eat.